Hi everybody, this is Maureen Wong for YourNextStamp.com. Today I'm going to be taking you step by step through how I made this card using Your Next Stamp products and following the Your Next Stamp Challenge sketch number 2. And before I get started, I want to apologize for the number of times my messy hair and head poke into the shot. I love to be right above things when I'm coloring them or putting them together, so that's why my head gets in there. And I don't see it until I'm all finished and editing the video. So there you go. And thank you very much for bearing with me, and I'll try and not do that so much in the future. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Okay, first of all, we're using the Holiday Cheers set, which comes with 5 different drinks and 2 sentiments, and there's also a matching die set, and we're going to be using those dies as well. To start off with, I just stamped out 2 of the drinks, and I'm going to color them with my Copic markers. For this one, I'm going to start with the drink itself, and this is G14. And then I'm moving to G12. And then I'm going to do the candy cane in R27. Okay, and as a final finishing touch, I'm going to get my Wink of Stella in clear glitter and shake that up. And I'm just going to go over the whole drink with that. And I really like this Wink of Stella because it gives such a subtle glitter, but it's such a nice effect. It's not screaming in your face glitter, it's just a nice subtle effect. Okay, and now I'm going to move to the other drink, and for the, I believe those are cinnamon sticks or some kind of, I don't think they're cookies because they would get soggy sitting in the drink, so I'm assuming they're cinnamon sticks. But of course, you know, as with anything, you can make it whatever you want. I'm coloring these with E23. And then I'm going to do the drink with E55 first. And by the way, these were stamped on Georgia Pacific white cardstock with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then I'm coming in with E51 to do my blend. Okay. And once again, I'm going to come in with the Wink of Stella and go over my drink. Okay, then what we're going to do is get out the matching dies. Let's put my Copics on the side. And I'm going to get out the matching dies for these 2 drinks. This is the Candy Cane Martini. And it's really simple to line it up because the inside of the die is cut out. And then I'm going to just put a little blue painter's tape over that. And then this other one with this cinnamon sticks. I'll put a little blue painter's tape over that as well. And I'm going to go to my machine and run this through, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are with the 2 drinks. And I'm just going to carefully take off the blue painter's tape. And there's the green one. And oops, here's the other one. Take off the tape. There we go. Now we have 2 finished drinks for our cheers card. Okay, now I'm gonna take the scribbled alphabet stamp set, and I've got a little piece of black cardstock that is 1 1/4 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And I'm gonna arrange the letters for the word cheers on my block. But since I need 2 E's, and there's only 1 in the set, what I did was get a letter that's of similar size and shape, which is an O, and put it on my block just for spacing's sake while I align all my letters. Now when I go to stamp, I'm just going to take off that O, and I'm going to hit my black cardstock with some of this anti-static powder, and then I'm going to ink up my cheers. I'm going to ink up my cheers and stamp that down. And you can see that I placed the letters kind of funny on the block. It saves me the trouble of trying to line it up perfectly straight. And it gives it a more whimsical touch, which is what I was going for with this card. So now I just take that E, and I have a little space where that fits. And there we go. And now I'm gonna get my silver embossing powder. This is from Amuse. And I'm just gonna put that silver embossing powder all over my sentiment and knock off the excess. Okay, and now I'm gonna take a reverse action tweezer. It's the kind where you have to push it to open it up. And I'm gonna hold my cardstock with that and get out my heat gun and heat this. Okay, and there it is, all heated. Doesn't that look so pretty? I love silver embossing on black cardstock. Okay. Now next what I've done is I've got a piece of silver cardstock. This is also from Amuse, that I went ahead and cut with the YNS stamp heart doily set, the largest heart doily in the set. And so that's going to be one of my elements. Now I just need to get the card pieces together and then I'll assemble my card. Okay, I have my card base made of white cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches tall. And I'm going to take my doily and I'm going to line it up where I want it, and then I'm going to take my sentiment and line that up where I think I want that, and then my drinks. I'm going to make sure my drinks can fit on here, and that looks good. So what I'm going to do is, because the doily is showing from underneath the bottom, I am just going to take a pen and mark a little line where I want to cut that off. And actually I'm going to cut a little bit higher than that. It doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden behind the panel. So you just cut that much off, and let's make sure that still fits. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere all my elements down. Okay, and actually for my 2 drinks, I'm going to use foam dots to pop those up. Okay. And what I'm going to do is put them at an angle because they are toasting. These dots are really sticky, so I'm not going to press down until I make sure I actually want them both, where I have them both where I want them. And there we go, they're toasting, and so I can stick them down. And there is the finished card. A clean and simple card, but it's got a lot of impact with that silver. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you over at yournextstamp.com.